Okay, can people hear me? And can people see me? So I should be live. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for a few messages. So if you can hear me, just say you can hear me in the chat and we'll get started. Okay. Oh, then I can hear me as well. So I know people can hear me. Cool. Yeah. Evening, everyone. I hope everyone is good. And yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick, well, I say a quick live stream, but we'll see how it goes. I wanted to go over Bitcoin as usual, go through a few alts, and also we have Luxury on the call, and I'll be getting him to say hello in a minute. Actually, you can say hello now. Everyone can hear you, so if you want to join in, then they can hear as well.
Hi everyone. Yes, there we go.
Cool. So yeah, I think everyone will be able to hear you as well. I'm still getting the hang of all of this YouTube streaming stuff, but yeah. So as all of you know, Luxury is our first and only coach on with Toros Crypto. He's going to be, or he has been sharing a lot of his charts and been making some videos and stuff for everyone. We'll be getting him involved a lot more over the coming weeks and everything with more of these streams. So yeah, it's all exciting times, and yeah, we'll keep these going and get into it, I guess. So yeah, I think a lot of people, you kind of know what my position was over the weekend with I wasn't really watching the charts, and we suddenly had this big move down. I've tried to keep up with everything as best I can, and if anyone saw the morning update I gave today and the updates I've given throughout the day, I'm in a long position at the moment. So I was kind of thinking that we'll just keep this really simple. I've got a lot of daily levels and things up here and this, but yeah, I was in a long from, we'll take, so we had a really nice area of confluence. We were making these consecutive higher lows. I entered a long position here, and I was looking for this 800 to 59k area, which gives us quite a lot of resistance coming up ahead. The initial resistance that I saw, so I was looking for price to reclaim the VWAP, the daily here, and our daily open. So we're currently just working on this daily open at the moment. Yeah, things look okay. It's still a bit well, I don't know. It doesn't feel as comfortable this long as previous ones have done. So I'll say that we clearly had this rejection off of this weekly. We've got some really strong horizontal levels here at the moment. At this point, I'd be looking for this weekly and daily level to hold, and hopefully we'll see a move up over the next day or so. So yeah, I've got Luxury on the call. Is there anything you're looking at the moment, and what kind of, are you in a position, and what are you looking at the moment as well, I guess?
I'm actually in a long at the moment from those previous lows we had, just forming the bullish CVD. Apart, that was my main factor for actually taking that long. And the amount of, I saw a lot of people shorting, and then price kept reversing and trapping them shorts. So I was quite, confident on we would get a little bit of a move up. Then I saw the market structure change a little bit on the slower time frame, and that was just validation to keep it open. But yeah, also looking at that daily open as well, if it holds, and if not, I'm looking at possible Gartley as well at the moment. But apart from that, there isn't too much. If I want to share my screen, maybe people would be able to see
Yeah,
what I'm looking
yeah. Do
at.
you want to? Yeah, if you set up a screen share with me, I'll just make sure that you can do that on here because we're on this call. Did I remember to enable you to share screen? I'll stop my screen share with you quickly, and then if you want to try doing your screen share, and we'll get yours up, and yeah, you can go over some stuff that you're looking at.
So do you want me to? Oh, here we go. Should I try to share my screen now?
Yeah, I just need to. Cool. Yeah, you'll be able to share yours.
Okay, second. Okay, here we go. I hope everyone can see this. So this is the Gartley
just hold on
looking
one
at.
second. Bring you over here, and yeah, your screen is on. Cool.
Okay, so this is basically the potential Gartley I'm looking at. I always like to add the fib timer just if you want to have extra confidence. I mean, it's always not necessary to have fib time, but if you want to find extra confidence, just like to have it on to know if we do line up with it, then yes, it's all about having confidence when taking the trades, and that is another level you can add to help you build that up. And a lot of people I know I speak to, they always say we need to they want to build their trading confidence up. And I feel about if the more levels the more confidence you have at certain levels, the more confident you'll be in taking that trade. And that's more trading psychology, I'd say. And I'd say it's a very important factor into becoming quite, better or profitable trader, I'd say, being confident with your trades. And if they don't work, then you know why they don't work and learning on those mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the Gartley, really. Just we came into this 618 region here earlier. If we pull a fib from, let's just turn off the magnet, from the X to the A, and you came into it here. And the only reason I'm thinking of the Gartley so far ahead at the moment is because we have this, if we go to my TPO, we have this New York naked point of control coming in around this region as well, which likes to be tested the session after, or, it's always a good, support region, previous point of controls from sessions. So that's why I was looking at this. It comes in at a similar region to that 618. So I was, anticipating a 618 to another 618, also hitting the New York naked point of control, and then possible move up to form the end of the Gartley. Not fully looking at D yet because I need to try find, you want to try find other confluences around this D region.
Yeah.
But, I'm definitely looking for that C to come down to the New York naked point of control into the 618. And also, if we're able to form bullish CVD, that's another level of confidence that's definitely going to be able to help me take that trade into a long,
Yeah.
And obviously, I feel that stop would be below this low here, but that would be it. If we lose really 55K, then you're going to be looking towards these lows, and if not further down. But yeah, that's because we seem to be coming down now. So yeah, that's really what I was looking at in the lower time frame.
Yeah, nice. That definitely makes sense, and it kind of matches along with the thoughts that I'm having. Is that after we've had such a big move down, it's going to take some time to consolidate and just have some sideways price action for a while. I don't think, although I'm in a long looking for that like 59K area, we're clearly not going to get that all in one go. There's going to be chop around there. So if you're taking these short-term time frame scalps and kind of little day trades and things in between, then this looks like a really, really nice setup, and it keeps things sideways for a bit longer. It keeps market structure pretty much okay to look for higher, and you've got a really nice invalidation at the lows there at that 54, well, basically like 54K, isn't it? And
I do expect us to range around this region. It's let me see if I can form this out. Maybe it would work. Yeah, we could. Okay, so if I pull this tool out, I'm not mapping it. Well, basically, what I'm getting at here is, you could have this sort of range. It's an average range, but you know, you could view these highs here as deviation before you get expansion down to the lows, and then you could view these lows here as, deviation before you get expansion up to the highs, and then I feel like this could range a bit for a while. That's possibly a possible view, just off the top of my head there.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't really drawn out too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those at the moment. It's just the market's in shock, and we're going to get sideways movement before kind of clear direction is set, I think, and that's just how things really look.
I've got another interesting thing that maybe people might want to go over, but it's just based off this market sentiment chart that I use. It's the fact when we come down to these lows, and people, the more you get this green area here, it's just the bigger people they're wanting to buy the lows, whereas when we come down lower, you get the smaller traders, they're still wanting to short as we keep, they see the dump, they expect further continuation of that direction, whereas the bigger traders expecting a reversal. So I just thought I'd point it out as probably a good template I'd probably share, or I guess some people might have it, but if not, I'll probably share it around as well.
Because that's one of the templates I use a lot. And it was interesting on the Sunday as well, when we had that, or the Saturday night, wasn't it, when we had that big move down, that often when you have these moves down, you just see retail longing into it all the time. And that didn't really happen. So it just shows that, I think what you get at the weekend, and this is why it's so easy to have these moves down, is that a lot of the retail market are just sitting in positions, probably not really aware of what's going on. They just open their position, think, oh yeah, this is a good buy, and then stop losses just get hit throughout the day as kind of larger traders can just sell into those. And
literally stops kept getting hit, liquidated.
That's it. But what was really nice is it did have that, like, open interest just fell off a cliff at the low there. There were so many liquidations. You had a lot of the bigger market players buying that dip, and it did fall onto nice support. It wasn't. It was fairly unexpected, and I think there was. Well, it was fairly unexpected with the timing of it, but with the way the market was going, I think it was always likely that if that ABCD correction that we were making turned into this 3 drives kind of thing, which was another option, that this was always likely to happen, because it did that was just taking things dangerously low back into this into the range that we were previously in. And obviously we have the rising wedge and everything that you're showing there. And
definitely. I'll just what you said, I think, is all correct. And if we were to look to the upside, you said the 58K region, wasn't it?
50 58,800 to 59. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So we've got our monthly open, which price just tends to naturally gravitate towards quite often. You've got your range point of control from wherever you draw the range from.
Exactly.
You could draw it from anywhere, like macro or so you could bring it all the way back to that, like, 21st of March high and draw the range from there, or anywhere the point of control remains the same.
This is literally 58,800. Yes, key region. I feel like if we do get above that, that does show some strength, but
for sure,
resistance until proven otherwise, basically.
I'm just gonna see, just having a look at the chat. So hello everyone in the chat. I'm just reading your messages now. I haven't done so well. So 25th Legacy says possible 80% setup in my exit, showing that we opened above the previous day value area high and we're in the range. Yeah, I'm aware of that as well. So we did open above previous day value area high, but because the day before was such a massive move and our point of control and our value area low is basically the low, isn't it? I think just from looking at my chart, they're all the way down at 52k.
Yeah, it's 52,500. Wow.
Yeah, at that point, if this happens, I think it. Yeah,
usually I'm all for that. Yeah, sorry, quickly go on. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think at that point, if it happens, you would be looking like you could trade it as that, and you could short into it, which is decent. But with our point of control and our value area low so close together at the bottom there, which I think it is, I know it's showing for me they're within like $50 of each other. I think it's going to be, you're looking for much lower prices at that point. Like if we do come down there,
exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Then lower targets are in mind rather than just the 80% setup.
Yeah, and I was also aware of, I'm all for that 80% setup, and then it's just, I don't feel like it's going to play out too. Maybe it might play out today, but especially when we're forming bullish CVD on basically all of these lows on the higher time from 30-minute charts, then it's unless we invalidate the CVD divergences, then then we could see the 80% setup play out probably.
I I personally, I don't think if we were to have that trade play out, again, here's a decent short. Like the daily open is a level that you could short to still look for that. We've not really got a lot of time left in the day. I think we're probably below VWAP again now. I don't know if we're still holding that. I can just have a look on my chart. I can switch over quickly if we need to, but
yeah, we're below that.
Yeah. So there's definitely, there's uncertainty here. If we were to come down and do that 80% setup and go to those lows, I don't think I'd want to be longing it. That's for that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think at that point we're looking down at the daily that's slower down, and 50k kind of.
I mean, I know everyone's saying it, if I was to choose a level, I would really love this 48,300 region. That for me, yeah, because, I had that cipher that I was talking to you about, and, I also posted in the group that comes in at a target of the 786 at around 40, at around this region. And you have that daily there as well. So that's, that area of confluence is probably what I'd be looking for to long as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, that would be.
If anything.
That would be really nice.
If we were to come down lower. If we were to come down lower.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point, maybe a bounce up to 59 and then evaluate there. I don't know value of new shorts here, whether there's a lot of value in that. I guess, we'll just have to wait and see. See what happens. We got some scammers in the chat. Let's delete that comment. Always nice to have some scammers in the chat because it shows that I'm part of the crypto YouTube people. I don't know.
I mean, Luke, did you want to go over any alts or anything?
Yeah, I'll go over some alts. If you want, you can keep your. Oh no, I'll share my screen with you again, and then you can see what I'm doing in real time, and then we can just keep switching back and forward.
Let me stop. Should I stop sharing? Yeah.
Yeah. Was there? You mentioned DOT actually, didn't you? Did you want to go over any of that, or like any other alts yourself, and then we'll go.
Just real, DOT, I guess, if anything, probably. I'll go over DOT and Ethereum, I guess, real quick, because those ones are interesting. But DOT, I feel like we're in really good support here. You got the monthly open on the 618 level. That's that's what I was looking at, really, just rather simple stuff, low to high pull, and then you got 618 on the monthly open. So it's quite valid support. So you got the monthly level being respected quite well here. So there's that. Yeah, if anything, we're at support. If lost, then tested as resistance. We could looking for lower, but for now, support. That's just really quick on DOT. So probably expecting higher, if I'm honest, from here, unless we lose the support.
Yeah.
And Ethereum BTC is where's this? This was quite nice. Yeah, so we came up to this monthly level on the CC. I mean 618, same thing. And yeah, basically we've been spending some time up at this resistance for a while now, and if we get this, I don't know, I feel like we could be forming around the top possibly here. Because and we need a serious push to get through this monthly and 618 level. So that's definitely going to be a task for it to do. And if it does, then it shows some serious strength in Ethereum, and
I think so. And yeah, with that big wick down that it had the other night as well, you would have thought if anything is going to act as a spring to break through, then it would be that. Because otherwise, for liquidity, again, if you're thinking like how are you going to get liquidity now for another move up, you've got to come all the way back down below 0.037 again, just to get that. So yeah, you've kind of had that spring back test of spring thing going on at the moment, which could.
I was fairly confident. Yeah, I was fairly confident this would act as quite big resistance.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so there's that. So I guess I'll just head over to you now. You can do your alt TA.
Yeah,
I want to see that as well. So let's get to that.
Cool. All right, let me. Okay. Okay, I think you can see my screen again now, can't you?
Yep. Yeah, mate. Let's go.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so we're back above that VWAP on Bitcoin now, actually. Still working on the daily open. I'm just going to watch this. Have a little look on XO, if that will load, and then I'll go over some else. It was a Gartley you had, was it, going down?
Yeah. Obviously, I feel like you could always have a possible crab or something along those lines also forming. So that's not the equation.
Yeah, because you could almost. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Obviously, we seem to be breaking up, so this idea could be invalidated.
Yeah, it had a nice bounce off that weekly, and just a nice little, well, what was resistance into support again. So we've had two tests of that. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. If we break up from here, then yeah, you've obviously got the weekly at 57.450, and then what I'm looking for is these 58 800 to 59k area above.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could always come up, swing fairly pattern that, and come back down and just stay in a range, or this could still, we've not taken these highs yet, so this is still the Gartley's still valid for sure.
You want to evaluate the situation as well when you get up to that region. If you see us hit that level, come back a tiny bit, and then form bullish CVD, then you want to probably reevaluate the situation as well. That's quite important as well to notice. Not just have a limit there waiting and then
exactly, yeah.
Just trade off the reactions as well.
Yeah. Cool. All right. It's pushing.
Wow. Yeah.
There's quite a lot of buying coming in now, which is nice. Okay. All right, we'll monitor that. If we get up to this weekly level, then we'll see. You've just gone over ETH BTC, haven't you? So again, yeah, Ethereum, Bitcoin, moving on up to that monthly. Cool. I need to I need to get a computer with a better GPU, because every time I've got Zoom and YouTube open at the same time, it's so laggy. Was it really laggy for you a minute ago when you were trying to share? Or?
No, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad.
I think it's my end. I do still need to update my computer. Esh K was asking to briefly go over ETH USD. Sure. So Ethereum USD on the macro looks good. It's just back testing this area that was resistant. So it's this 2K area that it was working on for a while. Like obviously its last all-time high was at 20,050 around there. We had we broke through it and back tested it quickly the other week. We've moved higher and now we're coming back down for this more like major test. We have a weekly here at 1,930, and we've got this, just a nice area of support that prices come into. So Ethereum USD for me looks decent. A lot of this will depend on what Bitcoin does from here. But yeah, I was saying on a stream last week actually that, let's lose this, that at this stage we were forming some bearish divergence on these highs. So again, not something I use that often, but on the 4 hour, which I do like to look at, we were forming these bearish divergences. So it's just that price kept on pushing, but the RSI was not really doing anything, and you had this crossover. This is the only time frame that I look at the only time frame that I look at RSI and MACD, and I only will pay attention to it if they're both moving in the same direction and both giving divergence at the same time. So we did have that on Ethereum. We also had just again we had this complex head and shoulders kind of pattern going on, because this was a really clear neckline. It kept coming down into this area. It's not a very straight line I've drawn, but it was a really clear neckline. We had this formation forming, which the signs were there for sure that we were gonna get a move down, and like these were our targets below. So we had areas of support here at 2150. We had 20k, 2k, $2,000, and we had this weekly down here, which it front run. But I imagine that we probably went into it on other exchanges. So
yeah, that weekly I feel that's key support at this moment. Just looking at the chart myself as well, 1933. Really, like if you go on the weekly chart, you can see the way we've literally hit its resistance, one broke through back tests. Quite nice.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's BitMEX. So depending on which exchange, you had some really nice. So Bybit, where I trade it, and on Coinbase, we never really got down to these dailies, these weeklies here. Got all these old levels that I used to trade. Shows how long I've just been like swing long Ethereum. Binance came down into the same area as well. So Ethereum looks good. And it looks a lot better at the moment than I think Bitcoin does, but we still have this monthly level which needs to break. Like unless ETH BTC can break above this monthly and hold it, then yeah, we can't really be looking for like new all-time highs on Ethereum. So if it can do this and hold above here, then we can start to look for higher. But at the moment, it just looks like, yeah, this is a range between these two monthly levels. So we could stay here for a while. Yeah, because you have this wick down, which is another monthly down here. So yeah, we'll just have to see how things go on Ethereum. Trade the range. I guess immediate resistance for Ethereum. Well, here. Like literally where price is right now is resistance. Just looking at the chart, like you do have these highs coming up over here. You had the first bounce after the after that major move down, that first bounce. So you could almost draw this as a range. So our yeah, let's draw that from. Yeah, we've got a bit of a range going on here. Something along these lines. So we are at resistance here on Ethereum. So it could be, yeah, if the Gartley idea on the low time frames play out on Bitcoin, then Ethereum could just consolidate more as well. See where our point of control is. Oh, the lag. So you could draw this from where it broke its all-time high. Got a point of control down here at 2,115. Take it from here. Yeah, okay. So I think this is the area that I was interested in. So
that looks nice. I like that.
Yeah. So this is just these green zones. I put them on my chart. They can often mean very different things, depending on what I'm looking at. I believe this was a daily order block. Yeah, it's this little like sideways movement that we were having before the break of all-time highs. So it was kind of coming up, holding above here, and then it broke higher. So it's this little high volume order block area that we've got here, resting back onto this daily level. So I can put that as a daily on my chart. This is what happens when I've been in swing longs for a while and I haven't been looking at the charts so much, and I was away for a weekend that a lot of these levels aren't labeled. Yeah, I'd be looking at 2,136 to be important support at the moment.
Yeah.
Cool. If it can hold that, then yeah, we're looking at higher prices.
Yeah, I literally have the same level on my chart as well here.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's just look on the chat again. Chris says, thanks for doing the live stream at this time. It's 3 a.m. here when you do it in the morning. Yeah. For anyone who's over in America or not European based, then my morning streams are often a bit not the easiest things to to give like a good update on the market for. I like doing them in the morning because it helps just for my trading. I've just found that every morning I just hop on, I do a stream, and then I get my levels from that, really. But yeah, these evening streams I do enjoy doing. Means I can go over more of the alts, go into things in a bit more detail. And yeah, just see what's happening really. View at Fib, Evening Lucan, Luxury, speaking in terms of general trading strategy with regards to alts. If we get a longer correction / consolidation on BTC, would you switch up trading USDT pairs? For BTC pairs, do you always analyze the BTC pairs? So a lot of the alts I trade as USDT pairs anyway. So regardless of whether things are bullish or bearish, I like have a second account for that. So I'll trade Bitcoin against Bitcoin, and I'll have spot like position trades in alts, which are things that I normally accumulate over a course of weeks or months sometimes. So they're more of like just investment / trades.
Yeah.
Actual trading on alts I always do on US dollars, just because I find it easier. Just the way that Binance has it with its P&L, you can see the profit that you've got a lot more easily than taking like spot positions out. And also I just like to have that safety net as well of it doesn't matter what Bitcoin does then. Like I'm trading these alts, I often have plenty of exposure to alts, which naturally gives me plenty of exposure to Bitcoin price at the same time. And it means that I've got US dollars there on the side rather than being fully exposed into crypto. So any profit that I have there is just like it's safe. And that's how I like trading alts. So whether Bitcoin's bullish or bearish, most of my alt trades are done from the USDT pairs. I don't know how it is for you. Is it?
Yeah, basically, I trade it that quite similar. I have a stack of USDT that I just have on a separate Binance account.
Yeah.
Which I just I trade that sometimes in terms of the alts, but recently I've been trading the BTC pairs quite a lot recently. But then again, there are quite a few times where I actually do trade the USDT pair. Like you said, the profits are they're more stable in that region as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even when I'm trading the USDT pair, I still chart the BTC pair. I still put more emphasis on charting. So ETH BTC, I think is more, well, Ethereum not so much. But other charts, I do think that charting the BTC pair is much more important, especially the lower cap ones. So the lower the market cap, the more important I think the Bitcoin pair is in comparison to the USD pair. Ethereum's kind of its own beast. It works just by charting USD, but yeah, you still have to be aware of what's going on the BTC pair for sure. So yeah, Litecoin's been really interesting. Whoops, I've just pressed eject on my computer, even though there's nothing there. Yeah, Litecoin's been really interesting. So this range, this just like these levels on Litecoin, just of these monthlies.
They look nice.
What it did on that dump the other day was just amazing. So
monthly to the dollar.
Yeah, I've been trading these levels since last November, and I know I keep banging on about it in all the streams, but look at this. Just this one move that just shows how good these two levels are. So this was the end of the big Bitcoin dump. It came down exactly onto that monthly level. Like hit it to the sat. Straight up within 20 minutes onto the resistance here, and this is just a wick from back in 2018, I think. So this was like its 2018 low. Straight into that and then straight back down again. It's just that. Wow. Yeah, the bounce really between the two levels, that would be such a good trade. And yeah, we're just in this range, just stuck here. So yeah, that was nice.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go any other questions. What time frame do you use for looking at XOTPO? I think for myself, like on XO, I take my I don't tend to do a lot of scalping just off of XO, so my timeframes and the charts that I use on there aren't so much set up for scalping. I like to use XO for levels, and I like to use XO for getting an understanding of what CVD is doing and just the general open interest and things throughout the day. So I like the 15-minute chart for CVD and tracking open interest throughout the day. I like the 4-hour chart and the daily just for naked points of control, and finding those previous day value areas, because they're just the easy ones to look at. And the 4-hour and the 4-hour and daily point of controls are the ones that I personally trade. If there is a big move going on, I often go onto the 20 million volume. So when things get volatile, I'll use the 20 million volume. But they're kind of the main ones I use. So 15-minute for tracking day trades, 20 million volume for scalps and when there's high volume going on, and the 4-hour and daily point of controls are naked point of controls are what I like to trade off of. I don't know about you as well.
So if he's referring to like the session TPO charts, then I like to use the 40 million on the 50 tick these are just to mark out levels. I don't scalp using XO, but when something approaches a key level, I like to go in, like you said, basically similar to you, look at the open interest, net longs, net shorts, CVD. But so if I'm on the TPO chart, I'm looking at really the volume on 40 mil with a 50 tick, or the volume on 50 mil. Wait, did I say 50 mil already? So the volume on 40 mil with 50 ticks, or the volume on 50 mil with 100 ticks.
Okay.
Those are the two for the TPO. And then, just for when I'm viewing like Delta cluster charts, then I do look at like 15-minute charts similar to yourself, really. That's about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's the other thing with TPO as well. These 50 mil volumes on TPO charts are quite nice. And the 30-minute as well, just as a basic TPO thing. That's just traditional market kind of thing, is TPO charts are often 30-minute. And they give some good things as well. I also have my sessions marked out in kind of traditional legacy market time zones. So I use the open session, which goes from midnight up until the London Open. So that's at 8 a.m. And then we go into the New York Open, which is CME. I've just labeled here because it's when CME trades. And then we've got the close session that goes from 8 p.m. onwards to the close. So those are the sessions that I trade. And I also look for naked point of controls and things off of those as well. SK says luxury, you just mentioned you don't scalp using XO. What do you use instead?
So I don't really scalp, if I'm honest, too often, but because I feel like swing trading is definitely more you find your key levels, and then the levels you want to trade, and those key levels that you trade off, they tend to turn into like more swing trades.
Yeah.
Because this, when they get hit, it's just you get such a decent move off them that they just turn into a swing trade. But if I was scalping, then you could use XO charts and looking for smaller moves. But I find that for someone, if you're starting off new, then you definitely have to look at more intricate levels and it's not really the easiest thing to get into to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's I always say just trust in your levels. Like there's a reason that you have these marked on the chart, and if you're waiting for confirmation from XO, then you risk missing a trade, because I don't like to I don't want to be second guessing myself in those moments. Like I think personally I know enough that, so for example with Bitcoin, I think I've been looking at Bitcoin. Oh my god, my mouse is gone crazy. Let me just sort this out before I can. Yeah, I've been looking at Bitcoin enough over the years to know that if price is coming down like this on just on TradingView, that I'm not going to be wanting to long this weekly level, because things are with this volume going up and everything there. And at this point, these are times where, yeah, like looking at XO can be quite useful just for finding where the low is when you see that drop off in open interest and all of those kind of things. But generally speaking, if we're just looking at, say, the trade that we had today, and a lot of the trades that we were making last week when things were just coming down on really low volume, XO doesn't really give you anything. There's really not a lot that you can get out of watching XO in those moments. You just have to trust in the levels that you've set and what your own validation is, and know when to get out if things do start turning against you. I'm pretty sure that if I was looking at this low down here, apart from CVD, so if you've got bullish CVD, that can kind of help, but I don't think looking at net longs, net shorts, open interest for me personally would help in taking a trade when things are fairly low volume anyway. I don't know if you feel the same or if it's.
I definitely like to look at it sometimes. Especially just for confirmation. Like I wouldn't, like you said, trust the levels. I mean, I have those levels there. I probably would take that trade, and then most of the time, the net longs and net shorts actually just do confirm to you what you were expecting at that level. So
Yeah.
it builds up the confidence in that trade.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's I tend to. They help you if you really want to look for like getting a really nice entry. They're definitely helpful. And also once you're in the trade, it's very useful to look at those charts, because they'll show you a lot quicker what's going on than if you see prices starting to lose a level on TradingView, for example. Looking at XO can just give you more information and more confidence that trade is or isn't going to work. So someone, SK again, says, do naked session pointer controls on their own hold enough weight to take a long short of them, or do you always need other confluence? I think naked point of controls, I'd look for other confluence usually. I always think that when it comes to trading, the levels that are less open to interpretation are the ones that I put more weight on. So like daily, weekly, monthly levels, they just are what they are. No matter who you are looking at the chart, like if you're going to mark a weekly close, it's going to be the same for everyone. Things like points of control, naked points of control, depending on what your settings are on XO or whatever else you use. For example, like they can vary quite widely depending on the settings that you like to use, and a lot of the time it takes quite a lot of trial and error to find the ones that really work. So I know the settings that I like to use for daily and 4-hour naked pointer controls. But yeah, other people might have them differently, and sometimes it makes not a lot of difference, but sometimes those levels can just move by like hundreds of dollars in another direction. So you kind of have to look at them as being more of an area to add to an argument for confluence rather than just trading them just on their own. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Not really much I could add to that. That's
Yeah, cool.
that's literally agree with that almost.
Cool. Just out of interest, actually, as well. So this has always been a bit of a debate, and I think it's kind of a 50-50 split. So with your previous day levels, so your previous day value area low, point of control, and value area high, do you use 2 tick or 1 tick or something different?
I seem to use 1 tick.
Okay.
I do use 1 tick. However, for like the previous week levels and such, I used 4 tick.
Yep.
Yeah, but just previous day 1 tick. I don't know if it would make too much of a difference if you chose between the two, but
yeah, that's the thing. Again, more often than not, 1 tick and 2 tick doesn't make a difference. I personally have always
2
used
tick, I'm
2
guessing.
tick on the daily, just for these. So that's for like the 80% trade and things, and it keeps things to $1, keeps things nice. And I've had, yeah, like the success that I've had on trading those is normally pretty good for
Yeah.
for that. But a lot of the time it makes no difference. So I can change 2 tick to 1 tick for yesterday, and what's that? The value area high is moved by by 50 cents.
Yeah, barely. Yeah,
So yeah, like again, 90% of the time, whether you're on 2 tick or 1 tick on the previous day settings, it makes no difference. But sometimes you get these weird things where the value area high will jump quite significantly, and that can be the difference between having an 80% trade or not. And that's when things start to get a bit complicated. Again, I'm the same on the week. Oh no, this chart's different. I normally use 4 on the week and 10 on the month.
Yeah. Yeah, but definitely, I don't think it makes too much of a massive difference between those two levels.
Yeah.
1 tick or 2 tick. Because I get quite a few questions on that. About why isn't my previous day the same as yours, or etc. etc. And yeah, just tell them to switch to 1 tick or 1 tick, or as you said, 2 tick. If you want to use loot settings, then that's also beneficial.
Yeah.
Just not like 100 tick or something.
Yeah, you don't want to be taking your
Yeah.
They're okay on I've put this onto 200 tick for just checking naked pointer controls on this daily chart. So you get $100 area, and it's interesting sometimes just to see how these move. So these can just help find like high volume nodes and areas of interest really. But yeah, you do get, oh, that's 500 tick. I don't want that. I want 50 tick. Oh, this X is going crazy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little look at some alts. They're very red. What is green?
They are very red, aren't they?
Yeah, DOGE is very green again. I did have a short on DOGE. There we go. Which I'm still in. That was more of a just like, oh wow, look how high the price has come. This is really like low risk at this point, so I just took it based off of that really. I did get my first take profit.
So
See
it's
what
above the
happens.
high. That's yeah.
BNB, another one. It's like everything that's been moving is still moving nicely. This is interesting. So BNB, you have your 1618 of, so that's an extension. So we went through our 1-to-1. It actually looked really similar to the last time it did this. So we went through the 1-to-1. We came back above it, back tested it as support, and then went higher.
How high
And
can
it's
BNB
done that
go?
on this 1618 as well. So this is quite cool. So here's the 1-to-1, which is the first like big move it had back in February. So we came up into this 1-to-1, got the rejection, found support on this weekly level, then got back through the 1-to-1, back tested it as support, and then went higher. And this is really interesting because this is the 1618 of that same extension.
Wow.
It was resistance here very briefly, came back into it. We've been chopping around it, really nice resistance here, and that
Support.
Yeah, like
Wow.
that touch there. So this is really interesting actually, for this to be an extension from such a big move. So this is its entire
Wow.
existence, isn't it? So
Massive.
this is from
Massive.
its first ever traded price to its previous all-time high down to its low. So this was done on a weekly level. I believe. No, monthly I drew this on. Yes, I drew this on the monthly. So this is its, where it opened to its previous all-time high, to its swing low, and today you get that bounce off of the 1.618. That's pretty cool.
That's really nice. You know, that could show some strength in it still.
Yeah.
You know, even after this massive, pump. So
Yeah, that is a nice resistance support flip. It's quite nice. You get that kind of boom, 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 boom. Here, we'll see how that goes. I want to look at some trades that I was bullish on. That must be a monthly wick because we won't have a close there. Yeah, it's just a wick. So we got this monthly level coming up, which isn't based off of a close, but it is a wick there that I've got. That looks like an important level. And Acro, Algo,
it's seriously down.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, it's seriously down today.
Yeah. Algo's coming down quite heavily. Yeah. A daily OB that was like from last summer, still chopping around that area, even now.
I feel like that band BTC chart looks quite nice.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do some tail on that. Why not?
Yeah, well, I've just had this one level and it it just works, like quite gives you some quite nice trades off of it.
Just from first initial looks, it looks like it could be in a possible accumulation phase, but
yeah, sure.
definitely.
Yeah, trying to find just some nice setups on some alts. See, Bell looks okay. So we've got this, it keeps coming in, doing the same thing. So into the golden pocket here, does it again here, it's doing it again here. It's just about hanging on to this like parabolic advance that we've got going on. We have this weekly here as well. So onto a higher time frame. Oh god. It's those wicks. Yeah, so you got a nice weekly here at 66,400. It's not what I've traded much, but I do quite like the look of that chart just from.
So you're gonna go any altcoin shopping in the next few days, or?
I do have some positions that like survived the other day. Like I did get stopped out on a lot of them. I was taking loads of profit on Friday night, but the rest of my unrealized P&L, a lot of that got wiped off just by the move, which is cool. That's why you trail stops. But yeah, there are certain ones that I'm interested in, this being one of them. It would be nice if it comes back down to this weekly, the US dollar chart. Oh, I've not charted this. We're on a weekly.
Wow. Wow.
Just one level. That's a lot of the time. That's all I need. I might have just missed this. Yeah. Yeah, that's the level, isn't it? $3.70 on Bell. And sometimes it is just as simple as that. Like if you're looking for, you can just see that it's so clear there. It's had this as resistance. It's broken through, and we're getting that back test now. So as a reaccumulation and maybe price starts to form a nice base down here, that'd be really good. That feels like, yeah, very low risk for getting into a trade on this. There's confluence.
Wow, that's nice. For sure.
Yeah.
On alts, I kind of like to use the 786 and the .83 Fibonacci level, you know, in terms of sometimes looking for retracements. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's nice. You know, alts like to get this deeper retrace sometimes. So
yeah, exactly. So you had a really nice 786 there, which took those lows. It probably would have been something similar on this one. Yeah, coming down pretty close to it.
Yeah, it's just a nice level I like to go over as well in terms of just getting that retrace. But, you know, always 618 is always the go-to.
Yeah, I think like if you're looking for wicks down, the 786 is really nice. You can often catch some good wicks there, and then you get this like just it settles at the 618. So you find that quite often that you'll get that like spike lower, and then it will just settle within the golden pocket and then start to move up. Yeah, this one looks really nice actually. Yeah, that is on my watch list now, and yeah. BLZ. Nope. BTC. Nope. BZRX I like as well. So this is a really nice looking chart for me. I'm still in this position actually.
That's nice backtest to that monthly as well.
Yeah. And eventually this is going to break. So again, as long as the monthly can hold on BZRX, then that looks good. Yeah. And again, we've got a monthly here, which is back testing. No, that must be a weekly. Yep. Oh, but we do have this. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of alts that still look really nice. I think we've probably seen a lot of them top out already. Is that a weekly on top of a monthly? Yeah. Okay, this is good. It'll take forever to go through all of these. If anyone has any alts they want me to look at, just shout. Motan says, do you trade Forex or have you ever traded it? I've traded Forex a couple of times, not recently. I do like simple stuff as within one account I will just move between US dollars and GBP, just depending on what I think is the better performing asset. So I guess that's a form of Forex trading. I just move my money into what's performing better. So at the moment I'm more in pound, because it looks a lot stronger than US dollar does. Oh, we've got someone asking for Swissborg TA, so I'll let you screen share on that in a minute.
Oh God, you'll be surprised. Okay, yeah, why not?
Swissborg that's your little baby.
That is. I really do like that coin.
Yeah.
More the fundamentals, if anything.
Yeah.
But, you know, I wouldn't be too against going against charting on it. Let me just do some stuff.
Yeah, actually, I think I need to have a bit of a longer look over some alts and find some positions here. GRT looks a bit, well, I don't know if I like this or not. Like, we've lost this trend line that it's had for...
We did. Yeah, we did lose that.
But anchored VWAP coming in here, which has worked quite nicely previously. That's from that, though. What if we take it from back here? Oh, okay.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know what I think of GRT here. I think there's definitely better looking areas below, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even come in, it's just been hanging around at the top where these...
It hasn't really seen a significant pump up yet, you know, in terms of what I'd have wanted it to do.
Yeah.
Still time.
It'd be nice to get into something around here. Without without doing any TA. Just, that looks nice. You got an anchored VWAP, and you got some volume and stuff here. There's probably a monthly, weekly level.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of right. Yeah, did you want to do
yeah, sure.
Screen share? So sure. I'll just stop mine.
Screen. Okay. Let's take this off. Like this. Yeah. Can everyone see my screen? Is that or am I good to go?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the BTC pay. This really is the key support. It's not too difficult on this right now. It's just literally this weekly level here is being hit multiple times. I'm hoping we just don't lose it. If I'm honest, that's literally all I've been looking at is this weekly. You know,
Yeah.
you can see that it's just literally respected each time up to this monthly again. We got that. If you want to look at maybe possible some fib retracements, let's see what we have. Could just go from ultimate low there up to the high. Yeah, and then you've got like the monthly on the 618 here as well. So what you could see here is a possible, a swing failure of these lows here into that 618 region, followed by a nice move up onto that monthly as well.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, just it's really following nice just horizontals here. Previous resistance here turned into support. So there's that. I'm pretty sure that long term in terms of I'm more the fundamentals on this, this coin. I really like their app and the way, I don't know if you've used it yourself, but the way you can do a lot of things on there, it just seems to be way better than Coinbase for me.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, I've never actually used it. I still yeah,
game changer.
coming from 2017 and being around like back then, I just got used to having things on Coinbase. I don't like it, but I've just become so used to having things there that it's how it works. But I do want to look into Swissborg.
Mm.
Like I know there's alternatives. I know because there's a lot of people that like crypto.com as well, which I don't, and they do similar thing with the fiat on ramp and being able to do stuff like Swissborg does. There's Voyager as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which is weird. That was like a ultimate shitcoin back in the day called Bitcoins, and then it changed to like Ethos, and then it's Voyager, and yeah.
Yeah. Can you see here? We also didn't miss that 1.618 expansion by very much. Really, not much
I
there.
wonder if you stick it on log, did it hit?
Let's see. No.
No, it's not a lot of difference.
It's close. It's very close. So yeah, there's that. Let's see real quick if we had any. Might as well go on the daily here. What can we see? What am I thinking? Yeah, this really is the main fib pool. This to like here. Yeah, so you wouldn't. This 618 level is really this is the major support, I'd say. If you're in a position at the moment or you're looking to get into one, if we ever did come down to this 1334 sat level, that's definitely a level I'd be interested in. Otherwise, at the moment, I expect it to just continue going sideways, keep ranging between maybe possibly this monthly and the weekly, just continue ranging between the two until one of them breaks, and we end up going one way or the other. But yeah, just like the fundamentals on this coin, if anything, as well. So if you haven't go check that out, that's definitely something. If you live in Europe or something and you're using Coinbase, yeah, stop.
yeah. I think I need to. I do need to download the app and just check it out at the very least. And yeah, but like if I don't know if we were to get another nice dump on Bitcoin or it starts to move up like significantly, then that 1,250 sats does look quite nice. I might put a little stink bid down there. And
yeah, Swissborg is a type of coin though. I have it in my portfolio. It's like when everything's doing like, I don't know, it will have these moves that like it just doesn't correspond well with Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin could dump massively, and Swissborg, like when Bitcoin had that dump, I don't know when was this. When did we dump? What day? I forgot. Oh god, my trading view's frozen. Okay. So from
Saturday,
18th of April.
Yeah.
18th of April, really. yeah,
It's just got
it barely moved. It
yeah.
barely moved. If anything, it went up the next day, and it doesn't really react too well to Bitcoin, but it does pump at random times as well. So
Yeah,
gotta like that as well.
I think you get that quite a lot with with the lower cap coins. They just, if you can find something that stays static when Bitcoin's volatile, then it's usually quite a good sign. Um, with alts, they'll either just shit themselves anytime Bitcoin moves, or they'll just stay static when Bitcoin's volatile, and then they'll move afterwards and catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah. So overall, just look to hold this weekly. If not, then look for that monthly.
Yeah.
And if we lose that monthly, then just sell all your Swissborg. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking, of course. But yeah, we have levels to be interested in.
Yeah, I would
I'll hand
actually.
back over.
Yeah, I'd quite like a buy there at that monthly. That would be quite nice. I'll
Back
put
over
this one
to
back
you
on.
there.
Yeah. Okay. Carver's another one I like at the moment. It's just a really weirdly interesting looking chart. I don't quite know what to make of it. Especially now.
Someone just asked me in the chat if I hold Swissborg or trade it. I just trade it. Not trade it. Sorry, I just hold it really spot. If I'm honest, I accumulate at support. With those coins that you find that you want to hold extreme long term. Like you're talking possible years down the line. You just want to be accumulating at key supports. If anything, though, when we did have like a massive pump up at one point, we hit like $1.50. Yeah, I did sell a little bit just so I could reaccumulate back at the lows at support again. Yeah. So yeah, but definitely looking to hold that for a while, I guess, Swissborg, yeah. And an interest on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I do need to look into it. So yeah, I'm looking at Carver as a decent opportunity. It still is making. There's nothing too technical I can really just say from this. Just what I think there'll be from looking at it. We do have. 618 is kind of shallow. At 0.5. Yeah, I'm just looking at this because Carver's one of those that I've just been accumulating at these lows, but I'm just trying to figure it out on the technicals. There's not a whole lot. It's just a lot of chop. That diagonal's probably, yeah. A lot of the levels that you can look at have just been moved through so much that it's quite a wash. Like even all these weeklies, there's nothing clear. Apart from this one. Yeah. Yeah, I was just having a look to see if there was any immediate setup on Carver there. The US dollar chart looks a lot better. Okay. This probably would have been a 786, almost. I got 786 on the monthly. Yeah, I won't do much more on that. KSM. This is an old chart again. Wow, Neo's had a nice move.
Yeah, it has. I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. Or yesterday night,
All
wasn't
the
it?
old stuff. But it's still like, it's still so beaten up, like down here. All right. Yeah, I think I might wrap it up in a minute. If anyone has any other questions in the chat, just, yeah, feel free to ask. There's nothing I particularly want to go over myself anymore. I'm just doing a quick scan of anything that might be of interest, but I'm not really seeing a lot. Anything that's just screaming out to me as looking like it's worth charting very much at the moment. I probably just need to take some more time and find...
Going more in depth on the chart, maybe.
Yeah.
Get in that zone.
Yeah, it's one of those where if I see something that often you can just tell just by looking if there's anything nice there. Vet's had a really nice move, hasn't it? That's been...
Oh, yeah.
God, it's gone even higher than where I sold a lot up there. That's mad though. Yeah, 17, well, basically 18,000% it's gone up since last year.
Wow.
And it doesn't, with Vet, it doesn't even feel like it. Like I've been holding Vet and accumulating Vet for like the past few years. I'm annoyed that I didn't buy more after it's done something like this, but it doesn't feel like it's had like a really crazy move. Like, so BNB got a load of hype, XRP got a load of hype, Cardano got a load of hype, DOGE obviously, but Vet just seems to have just been quietly in the background, just like ripping, but no one seems to have noticed. But
very quiet on that, on the down low, isn't it?
XMR is moving. Not very much. Yeah. Yes, a lot of these are really old levels that I've got. I think alts are due. I think like half of the alts are due for a few months of cooling down and coming back. I think there's another select few. I think we're going to go into that stage where we maybe have a few weeks of consolidation and then things start to really move again. And then like certain alts I think are going to do really well over the next few weeks, but it's not going to... I do get the feeling just from looking at stuff. TRB looks nice.
Yeah, I feel that we're going to get some consolidation as well from this for a little bit. Bore people out.
Yeah. TRB looks really nice. What do you think of Link? Link's really interesting, the chart on that. I don't know if what my plan for it will still work. Yeah, Link looks okay. Link's one of those that still looks pretty decent. It kind of feels like it's had its bear market, and it's one of the few that has just been really down on Bitcoin pair and continuing to move down while others have moved up. But it's just broken out, and I think with the monthly, let's see where that is. Yeah, I think if it can, at this point, it still seems like it's within like reaccumulation, but it does look constructive here, and I think eventually we will be seeing it make that like 100% move up to the monthly above. But I do think there's some more consolidation to go on here. I did have this really nice target, which was based off of the fib channel, the speed fan, the fib extensions, and all sorts of stuff that was giving us like a target of $53 on the 1st of May, which was kind of cool. So it'd be interesting to see if that still happens. It probably won't anymore. But you have all this confluence lining up. So the speed fan of this low to high. You have the fib channel here, which gives us the 618 on the fib channel, which has been like really well respected since forever. We've got the 1.618 expansion, and we've got the 0.618 fib extension up here as well. So all within this like same area, all overlapping.
Same.
So yeah, it'd be nice if that happens, but certainly not expecting it. But we'll wait and see.
Always hope. Always hope.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if it does. Alina Lucky says, I won't ask about any coins today. Just wanted to say you have a great community on Discord where everyone is welcomed. Yes. Yeah, thank you. That's what we want to do here, and it's make everyone feel welcome, hopefully help everyone along the way, and just enjoy trading. It may not have been that enjoyable for a lot of people the last few days, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more enjoyable times to come with trading over the next few weeks and months and years and whatever. Matic. See, this looks really interesting to me as well. Like, just the fact it's holding above, like, such clear, just these wicks and things that there were before, and this is being a weekly level. Yeah, Matic looks decent. You can say, like, clearly it's out of its massive old range, and we could say that this weekly down here up into I think this is the 1.618. It's a little range going on. Whichever way you look at it, it is sideways, and we are at the low of, however you want to draw the range, we're at the low of it right now. So Matic looks good. There's support below, so if this does drop lower, then you could get like a little bounce or something, but it's just really sideways. There's not a lot I can just immediately see from that. Do we have anything? Oh, it's still on log. That's the low, isn't it? I mean, I guess you've got this coming up, but it's not It's not done a huge amount previously. We got a weekly level. We've got this is just really it's just very sideways.
Not much interpretation you can make from it.
Yeah, like I'm looking. Yeah. It is what it is, Matic. It's just sideways and it's doing what Bitcoin's doing. Again, the the USD pair seems to be giving us a bit more at the moment. It looks pretty neutral. You'd expect this low to hold and for support to be in this area. But that's quite a long way down even from here now. I guess reclaim the weekly and things look okay. That's a bit lower, but we've got let's draw that as a I think a lot of this depends on which direction Bitcoin takes next. So if we're going to get another move down on Bitcoin, then there is a definite area of interest that I'd have down here on the USDT pair. Even pulling fibs from this is not going to be that useful. Whoa. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, not a lot to say on Matic. There's we had some interesting stuff going on here. Took these lows, so you'd expect a bounce. But with the BTC pair just staying sideways, then I think it needs. You're at the lows of the range. It's pretty low risk, but I don't see a trade on it. Someone else just asking about Neo again. I did have a quick look at it, but I think for Neo, holding these, just again, really simple. Probably holding those monthlies is most important at the moment. So if we can get like a monthly close up here and then like an open close next month around this area, if it can just consolidate sideways, then that looks good. I wouldn't want to see it moving back below like 1,770 sats. I think at that point things would start to look a bit more bearish, but then it has had quite a big move up. So sideways movement along here is good. You're looking much lower if it's like, realistically back down to almost like 10k sats again. If this area doesn't hold, I think there's nothing really here for support.
Mate, I'm probably gonna head
Yeah,
off for the night. You know,
yeah, I'm
I,
gonna end this now as well, I think. Um, cool. Yeah, I'll just wrap it up and I'll end it for everyone, I think, because I'm gonna go as well.
just gonna write something. Got a little bit of a chart analysis I can post.
What's it? All right, cool. Yep.
Yeah. And
All
then,
right. Nice. Well, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. A bit of a quieter one again today. It looks like the shakeout of the weekend has done its job of shaking out people. And there's not a lot of people trading today, but yeah, I will be around tomorrow, and yeah, we'll both be around tomorrow, and yeah, we'll
yeah.
update you all on everything that's going on. Cool. Thanks again, guys. Thanks to Luxury for joining us, and yeah,
No worries.
we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.